Let them settle down first. Okay. It's 6th of June, 2021 today. In the last session of Obstruction to Happiness, I had said that there are innumerable issues, various factors that obstruct our happiness. We considered a few of them therein and shall continue to look into them further. My emphasis has always been to be in the present, keeping past and future aside. Sorry. You see, since a child is born, he's constantly looking for happiness, and throughout his life, though the objectives change with the age as they grow up and the passage of time. Many people believe that if they just have their own house, a nice car, get married and have children, everything will be perfect. Life has a checklist as if. But life doesn't work that way, I think. Problems don't go away. They change and they evolve. Today's so-called perfection may become tomorrow's misery. The quicker we accept that the point of life is progress and not the perfection, sooner we will be at our home. I think perfection is some way an illusion, an idealization. It is something that is approached but never reached. Whatever your conception of perfect is in your mind, it is in itself an imperfect conception. There is nothing perfect. There is only what you wish in your mind. We do not get to decide what perfection is. We don't know, actually. All we can know is what is better or worse than what is now. And even then, we are often wrong. So let's start now looking into the another factors that obstruct our happiness. Being cynical of everything. I see many people, they are distrusting everything. That's an obstruction. A healthy amount of doubt is fine, but don't be skeptical to the point of distrusting everything and everyone. Trusting other people in society besides family and the loved ones is closely linked to better health and your happiness. So allow yourself to trust for your own good. Smoking is another obstruction. Nowadays, it is obligatory to mention or print on the every pack of cigarette that smoking is injurious to health. But still people do smoke. We all know that smoking is bad for our physical health. But do you know or you have ever thought that it can also make you unhappy? A common myth about smoking is that it eases stress. Smokers say so. But in fact, the opposite is true. The research and studies have shown that on average, people who smoke have lower levels of pleasure and are less satisfied with their lives than non-smokers. So you may quit if you haven't yet. Negativity and negative influence are the most common factors after being in the past and future that obstruct our happiness. Negativity is a self-fulfilling prediction. The more you tell yourself you are not good or you will never succeed, the more mind starts to believe it. It's a sort of process of auto-hypnosis, if you allow me to say so. Instead of focusing on the negatives and being your own critic, focus on the positivities and become your biggest cheerleader. Changing the way you think about yourself may take some time, but it will be worth it in the end. It is not only the negative thinking, but negative influence can also block your happiness. It can obstruct your happiness. Other people, people around you, can have a big influence on your mood. If you surround yourself with people who constantly complain and are never happy, then you are likely to act the same way. Just as you should give up your own negativity, you should also give up people in your life who are negative. Surround yourself with those who make you happy, who respect you, who respect your existence, and naturally you will be happy again. And I think it is very easy to know about the people who make you happy. Mere thought of such people or their presence shall lift your mood, boost your morale, make you feel worthy, making you happy. And now comes the time and energy consuming social media. Many of us spend a lot of time on social media platforms. People who use social media are more likely to experience poor physical and mental health than those who don't. Sites such as Facebook and Instagram set an unrealistic expectations and end up making us feel less connected to others. Though I haven't used them, but I'm talking about the experience which have been exchanged with me. Now, as a result, I think more and more people are doing away with their social media accounts in exchange for real life interactions. And maybe you should give it a chance too. One of life's contradictions is that the harder we look for happiness, the more it seems to evade us. Happiness is not the result of bouncing from one joy to another, I think. Instead of actively looking for happiness, allow it to come to you. And how it would work for you? Regularly indulging in small pleasures, getting absorbed in challenging activities, setting and meeting small goals like I shall water the plants today, I shall cook this meal today, I shall call a distant friend of mine or a relative today, and then do it. It is going to lift you for sure. And then maintaining close social ties, and above all, finding purpose beyond oneself. This all shall increase life satisfaction, resulting into the happiness. Awareness is also extremely important in our life. Awareness management is the practice of controlling distractions, being present in the moment, finding your flow, and maximizing focus so that you can set free your brilliance. It is about being intentional instead of reactive. Misperceptions abound, misperceptions thrive when it comes to what we think will make us happy. People in general often believe that happiness will be achieved once they reach a certain level or hit a milestone, such as having a desired regular income or drawing a particular salary or finding a perfect partner. Generally, we have been taught to never give up since our childhood. But sometimes quitting is the best option. Of course, we all have to do things we don't like from time to time. But there is a difference between a temporary inconvenience and something that is constantly making you miserable. Life is too short to waste time on things you really don't enjoy. This concludes my thoughts on obstructions to happiness. I shall be back soon with a new subject matter. Let us obstruct the obstruction to happiness to stay happy. Thank you for your attention.